when you wanna know what's on the trail. Where do you go? And what will they say? Seek you review. 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 Seek you review.
Welcome to Canadian Quadders Review. This is Marc, and once again I'm at Greater Vancouver Power Sports in Langley, BC, Canada. And I gotta tell you, I've got a grin from ear to ear right now just looking at this beast in front of me. I just can't get over the size of this thing. This is awesome. This is a 2019 Can-Am Outlander 1000R XTP. Obviously it's got a track kit on it that GVP has put on, but what an amazing looking machine. I was just told the owner Mike the other day actually took this out for a test drive or test ride, and sounds like it was practically unstoppable. I can understand why. I love the paint. The XTP model I think is one of my favorite models or editions. I love the matte finish on it, and of course they accented the bumpers in bright yellow. You're actually going to get a Fox suspension with this thing, which is really cool. It tows I think just over 1,600 pounds, which is pretty cool. The track in the back is just short of 5 feet long, and I believe the ones in the front were just about 45 inches in length. This bad boy has got 18 inches of ground clearance. Check this out. That's insane. Just an awesome looking machine. So it's going to come with a winch, like usual XT models will do. And it is a 2-up. And it'll come with this really cool storage unit here, and this will actually come off the front rack and actually can be mounted on the back rack as well. And I believe you can take the back seat off and put this box in its place too, if I remember correctly. You'll have the hand guards as well with it. It's usually a 3,000 pound Warren winch. Pretty cool back seat. So I'll read you out the specs here. The height is 49.5 inches or 126 centimeters. The length is 86 inches, 218.4 centimeters. The width is 48 inches, 121.9 centimeters. The wheelbase is 51 inches, 129.5 centimeters, and the ground clearance is 11 inches or 27.9 centimeters. So please keep in mind those are measurements for the original bike with tires. The tracks changed that completely, obviously. As I said before, it was 18 inches of ground clearance with the tracks that are on it now. And as with most Outlanders, it comes with a really cool display. That's pretty cool that it even tells you that the tracks are on. Obviously it's a specific mode you can choose. Very cool. Of course you'll have your 4-wheel drive button here, and it's got a couple of different modes for like maybe a sport mode or something over here. Can you see that? ETC, or is it ITC? Yeah, ITC mode. And your typical switches and stuff here. So for your headlights, your start, your kill switch, this is when you're using reverse, you can keep that button in and it'll give you full power in reverse, otherwise it's governed. And the really cool thing about Can-Am is their electronics. So they've got this anti-theft system. They've got chips in these keys. That's a weird looking key too. But they've got chips in these keys, so if the keys aren't here, the quad ain't starting for nobody. Okay, and the other cool thing about these keys is you can tell there's actually one that's white, one that's green. So the white one, as you saw on the screen, is the performance key, and this green one is going to be the governed one. Which means if you have a new rider, or a rider that's not well experienced, give them this key and that'll cut down the speed of the machine to keep them safe, which is brilliant. That's one of the things I really love about Can-Am. They really do think about this kind of stuff. It's really cool. This is a different bike, but I just wanted to show you, these are what the ITP Terracross tires look like. So the bike that I am reviewing, this 1000R XTP, will come with those tires. Usually on tracked machines like this one, you're also going to get the original wheels with it as well. I'm not sure if this particular set are the originals to that machine. They look like they're used, but this is basically what you're going to get. You are going to get the bead locking rims, which look really cool in yellow. And you'll get a good 6-ply tire on that as well. So of course with this baby you're going to get your typical Rotax engine. It's obviously quite famous and world renowned. It's been found on pretty much every corner of the world. And the 1000 cc's will actually come with like 91 horsepower. That's insane. My quad has got 62, and that's enough of a thrill factor. This would just be over the top. That's very cool. So yeah, as I said earlier, you have that button on top of the four-wheel drive button for your different modes. So right now, if you can see it on the, it's actually in sport mode. And if you hit this button, so yeah, the other way, now it's in work mode. That's very cool. I'll have to find out what exactly those mean, what difference it makes. I have a feeling maybe work mode might give you more torque or something. And as I've mentioned before on the other Outlanders, the front rack will hold up to 100 pounds or 45 kilograms, and the rear rack will hold 200 pounds or up to 90 kilograms. And I like, even though they went to plastic racks, which I've never really been a fan of, but again, of course, there's pros and cons to everything. But I love the fact that they kept enough holes and things in here so you can still hook stuff with bungee cords and tie down straps and all that kind of stuff, so it still looks like a very versatile rack, and apparently it's got some strength to it too, so that's a beautiful thing. And as usual, it does come with the 2-inch receiver on the back, which is great for pulling trailers around the farm or going camping or something like that. It's always handy to have. And of course, a Canadian Quadder video wouldn't be the same without actually hearing this beast. It's very cool. Typical sound. I've always preferred the sound of a twin-cylinder ATV. It just sounds so cool. Single cylinder might get better gas mileage, which is a beautiful thing too, but I definitely love this sound. And like all the other models, you're going to have this really cool trunk in the back. It's actually pretty big. So the XTP model is going to start somewhere around the 14,999 region. Of course, the tracks are going to be more expensive, and I'm not sure if that price is actually the 1000cc model or not, but you are getting an incredible machine for that price. There's other companies out there that could provide you a machine for a little less money, but sometimes maybe the quality might not be there, or maybe some of their designs might be lacking. Not to say that they're poor machines, but you are getting something extra when you buy a Can-Am. And right now they've got a holiday blitz promotion. It's a $1,200 rebate if you buy something sometime soon. I'm not sure when it's over, but you'll have to check with the guys here at GVP in Langley. GVP.ca, or sorry, BRP.ca is the best website to check it out at. And yeah, you can actually build your own machine on that site, so you can choose exactly what you want. So, like most Can-Ams, this bike is going to do pretty much anything you'd ever want it to do. From simple things like just going onto the trails with the boys, or maybe a little bit of mud bogging, or work around the yard or the farm, want to take a camp in, all sorts of things. This machine will do those things for you, no problem. I'm sure there are kits out there available if you wanted to put a snorkel kit on this, or a rad relocation kit to make it a mud machine. You could do that as well. But again, that's what the XMR models are for. But yeah, I'm sure there's tons and tons of accessories for these things, lights and heated grips and all sorts of things you could put onto this and build it to what you need and to what you want. Just have to talk to the guys here at Greater Vancouver Power Sports and they'll hook you up with whatever you need. So thank you once again for taking time out of your day to check out my channel. I really do appreciate your support. This is a whole lot of fun doing this, but it would mean nothing if none of you came and checked it out. So thank you so much. And if this thing really intrigues you like it does me, you owe it to yourself to come down to Greater Vancouver Power Sports, either at their Langley location close to the Golden Ears Bridge, or their Chilliwack location just off the highway, and check one out for yourself. They are amazing. Tell them that Canadian Quadders Review sent you, and they'll take good care of you. So stay tuned. The next video is going to be on this Can-Am Maverick XDS Turbo. We'll see you in the next video.